my dear children. Today, particularly on this particular Sunday, I'm just introducing you to the another amazing world of the words. But these words are a complete deviation from what I used to teach you about the various types of single words. But today, I simply make a departure from the common knowledge of your single words. Today, very interesting things which you will find such type of things in almost all sorts of competitive examinations. That means which verbs commonly go with which nouns. It's very, very interesting. It will be very amusing, it will be rather very funny, and it will be rather very interesting to you. Is simply just to put your concentration on what I'm just going to teach you. Which verbs commonly go with which nouns? Before I just give you the list of the verbs along with their corresponding nouns, I think it's very necessary, or it is my part and parcel, or it is my paramount duty to tell you about the verbs first. Talking about the verbs or taking into consideration about the verbs, I will tell you that a verb is simply as an action word. But remember that apart from the action, a verb also denotes possession or state. But today, my verbs or my discussions of the verbs purely will be on actions. Okay? So that means these will be the action related verbs. And another is the nouns. Obviously, you know the noun is the naming word. So all of the words that denote or symbolize names are the nouns. So nouns simply referring to names and verbs simply denoting to actions. So which verbs denoting action will go with which nouns denoting or referring to or implying names or the things, names of things, persons, animal, quality, condition, situation, action, etc. Suppose if I say dash trouble, remember which verb you will generally pick up. Then definitely you will be in a very embarrassing situation, you will be in a very embarrassing situation, rather in a very awkward situation. Then what type of verb that I have to use in this blank space if the noun trouble is there? Suppose here trouble is a noun, and this particular blank space where you are likely to fill in the gap with the verbs. So actually the blank spaces will be coming under the verbs, and the trouble refers to noun, and various types of words will be coming serially. You simply notice the first expression first, dash trouble. In which sense? First you understand the sense, then you use the verb. Suppose rise the trouble or increase trouble. That means in the sense of increase. If you want to increase a certain trouble or a disturbance or a problem, what type of a verb or what will be the most suited verb or the suitable verb that you have to fill in the blank with? Remember, the particular verb is foment. That means when you have to foment, it should be T. When one foments trouble, that means one aggravates it or one increases it. In the sense of increase, you can use foment. Foment is the trouble. Number 2. Dash anger. So anger is a noun. Remember, anger is a noun referring to state. It is a state-based noun. So anger in the heads of a sense. Suppose calm. If I say to calm somebody's anger, so what will be the verb referring to calm? Remember, calm should not be used here, but a very special verb should be coming in place of calm. So what will be the verb? Mollify. Mollify anger, M-O-L-L-I-F-I. Actually, mollify means calm, but calm should not go with anger, this particular noun. Remember, for the noun anger, he used the verb mollify. Same in the same sense, dash angry mob. Dash angry mobs. Because mobs are the people who gather or collect at a particular place or piled up at a particular place. So mobs means a crowd of a people. And when the crowds of a people have become angry on a certain occasion or with somebody, they are called angry mobs. So mobs means a group of people or the crowd of people. Also in the sense of calm. So what will be the most suitable verb? In the sense of calming down the angry mobs, either you can use calm down, but for the expression calm down, you please choose or the pick up very suitable verb or very appropriate verb, and the verb is called pacify. Pacify angry mobs. So pacify means to calm down. Also mollify means to calm, but mollify should go with anger, while pacify will go with angry mobs. Remember, another although in the sense of dash me or dash any person. dash me or dash any person. Either you can use me or any person, although in the sense of come. So what will be the most appropriate verb? What will be the suitable verb? Remember, placate, P-L-A-C-A-T. Placate also in the sense of a pacify or calm. Also in the sense of a pacify or calm. But remember, pacify, calm, it could be the various meanings, particularly for the sense of placate. But placate should be used. Placate should go with calming down any person. Pacify, angry mobs. Mollify, anger. Foment, trouble. Trouble means if you foment trouble or aggravate trouble, that means you increase it. So 4 expressions are there. Number 5. Suppose if I say resources, R-E-S-O-U-R-C-S. We have various types of resources, just like water resources, mineral resources, forest resources, soil resources. Various types of resources we have in nature, or the nature has given us plentiful of resources, abundant resources. Suppose if I want to make the best use of resources, that means make the best use. So in the sense of make the best use of. So in the sense of make the best use of resources, what will be the most fitting word? What will be the most logical word? Or what will be the most suitable or the appropriate verb? So the verb is husband. H-U-S-B-A-N-D. But don't try to get yourself confused that husband means the next to one's wife. That does not mean husband here. When you husband one's resources, that means you make the best use of your resources. Another particular interesting verb is also there. Pool, P-O-O-L. Here pool is not a channel of water. Pool is not a channel of water. Don't try to get yourself confused with such type of verbs. So when one husband one's resources, when one pulls one's resources, that means he or she makes the best use of them. So when one makes the best use of resources, you can use the verb husband or pool. Number 5 is over. Then we have to proceed on to the next one. Number 6. What will be the verb? What will be the verb? Suppose number 6, energy. Remember, energy also comes under the section noun. Suppose one is likely to waste your energy. If I say, why are you simply wasting your energy on such type of baseless things, on such type of trivial things, things having no importance, things having no consequences. So when one wastes energy on something or on some meaningless or the baseless things, we use the verb waste. But remember, instead of using the verb waste, you can go in for some most suitable verb. So what will be the verb? Fritter away. Don't fritter away the energy. F-R-I-T-T-E-R, fritter away energy. If I say don't fritter away energy on counting stars, because trying to count stars, particularly in the night sky, it is simply a fruitless attempt. It is simply a foible attempt. So when one simply wastes or the spoils or damages or destroy his or the her energy on doing something, simply he or she fritters away his energy. Fritters away her energy. Remember this particular phrasal verb, fritter away. Remember then time. Suppose one wastes the time. So in the sense of time, you can use waste. Please don't waste your time. Please don't fritter away your time. But in the sense of time, you can also use this particular verb, fritter away. There is no problem. There is no error, because you can also use fritter away time. But fritter away should not go, fritter away should go with time. And waste will also go with energy. Spoil will also gives with energy. You can fritter away energy or damage your energy or spoil your energy. Next. But when one wastes one's money or property, wasting one's money or property should go with which type of verb? Remember, when one wastes one's money or property, or the property that he has inherited from his father, that is the paternal property. When one goes on wasting money, property, etc., it should be squandered. S-Q-U-A-N-D-E-R. If I say, please don't squander away the money, that means don't try to waste your money in vainless attempt, in futile attempt, or fruitlessly. You can use squander, S-Q-U-A-N-D-R, squander in the sense of wasting, squander in the sense of waste or the damage or spoil. So squander money or property. Next number is the 9. Number 9. That means V2I, V3I, then number 9. If I say, suppose a dash, thirst. So thirst means it is a state of what? Without water. So when one is thirsty, that means he has a thirst. Thirst means he lacks water. He badly or desperately needs some water. So dash thirst. What is the proper verb? Thirst means to end. In the sense of end. That means the beggar needs some water to end his thirst. So what do you mean by end or put an end? In the sense of end, use the verb. What is? Quench. Quench. The beggar needs some water to quench his thirst. So quench means to end his thirst, but not in the sense of complete. Complete should not go with. Simply in the sense of end, you use the verb quench with the noun thirst. Similarly, another word, to dash, hunger. Hunger means lack of food. When one has no food, when one lacks food, that means he is in the state of hunger or he is hungry. So also in the sense of end. What do you mean by ending hunger? When one ends hunger, definitely he takes some food. Definitely he takes some dishes. Definitely he takes some dish or the stuff. So put an end to hunger or ending hunger. Here ending hunger, just like a quench, goes with thirst. Similarly, satiate. S-A-T-I-A-T. Satiate one's hunger. Satiate means fulfill one's hunger or exterminate one's hunger or get rid of hunger. In the sense of end or get rid of. Get rid of means end. In the sense of ending or getting rid of hunger, you can use the verb satiate. Satiate hunger and quench thirst. Another word in the same sense, just like the hunger, we have the another word, appetite. Appetite means when was in appetite, he is in great lack of food. So in the sense of appetite, remember, whet. W-H-E-T. The girl whetted her appetite. The girl, if I say the girl whetted her appetite by just like taking some snacks or taking some light food. So in the sense of appetite, remember, particularly for the noun appetite, go to the verb whet. Particularly for the noun hunger, go to the verb satiate. And particularly to the noun thirst, use the verb quench. So number 11 is over. Then rest 9. Rest 9. 9 means 11 is over. Then 12. X2I. 12. What is the 12? If I say dash the situation. What do you mean by dash the situation? Situation means get rid of the situation. Get rid of the situation. In the sense of getting rid of the situation, remember the verb should be control. Control the situation or control any sort of situation. Number 2, dash troops. T-R-O-O-P-S. Dash soldiers. Dash forces. Forces means soldiers. In the sense of send. Sending. So when one sends troops, soldiers or forces to some place, definitely we have to use the verb deploy. D-E-P-L-O-Y. Deploy troops, soldiers or forces. Deploy is used in the sense of sending or in the sense of send. Remember, dash to judicial custody. Judicial custody. Custody means jail or one type of prison. Judicial means that is related to judicial means law, provided by law. Judicial custody in the sense of put or keep. Put or keep. Suppose if I say the police has put the criminal in the judicial custody or send the criminal to the judicial custody. So in the sense of put or keep or send, use the verb remand. R-E-M-A-N-D. Remand to judicial custody. Remand means putting some criminal or some offender or some guilty or the faulty person in the judicial custody. Remember. Next word is dash to memory. M-E-M-O-R-Y. That means for the noun memory, what type of verb should be there in the blank space? If it means or if the verb means to recite or get by heart. So when one gets a poem by heart, that means he simply remembers it by reciting it. So when you cram something, when you recite something, when you get something by heart, you particularly remember it by reciting certain things repeatedly or for quite a long time. So dash to memory. Remember, particularly for the noun memory, if there is the article to, only one verb should be used, and that verb is called commit. COMMIT, commit to memory. When one commits to memory, that means he recites it or remembers it after going through it a number of times, or he gets it by heart or crams it. Remember number 2, number 13, 14, 15, 13, then 14, then 15 is over, then 16. What? To dash an image. To dash an image or figure. So before attempting to use the particular verb, but with the verb image or figure, you simply try to know what could be the possible verb here. When one dash an image or figure, that means one just like makes signing by repairing. That means after repairing something, if he makes it shining or the dazzling, the verb is refurbish. REFURBISH. Refurbish an image. Refurbish an image or figure. That means to renew, make some figure fresh by repairing it or make it shining subsequently or consequently. So when one refurbishes an image or the figure, that means he makes it look new again or the fresh again. That is called refurbish an image or the figure. So number 16 is over. Now only 4 important verbs remain to be discussed for today's class. Remember, dash somebody's affair. Number 16. Dash somebody's affair. AFFAIR. In the sense of interfere. If I say, why are you interfering into my affair? That means, why are you unnecessarily encroaching upon my affair? So when one interfere, that means involuntarily or without any sorts of request, he simply tries to poke nose into somebody's affair or somebody's privacy. So in the sense of interfering somebody's affair, for the verb interfere, please go in for very interesting verb or the very amusing or the attractive verb, that is called meddle. If I say don't meddle into my affairs or meddle in my affairs, that means you don't try to interfere in my affair. Meddle somebody's affair means interfere. Next, number 17. In the number 17, number somebody's nose into somebody's affair. Somebody's affair. In the same sense, remember, what we have already written in your example number 16, same thing is already there, but a little bit change. With a little bit change, a little change has been effected here. Dash nose into somebody's affair. Remember, this is the idiomatic English. If the noun nose is there with affair, remember, nose is also a noun, affair is also a noun. If somebody dash his or the her nose into somebody's affair, he or the she also interferes. But remember, in the sense of interfere or to mean interfere, we have to make or effect a slight bit change in our expression. Remember, nose is there, also affair is there, and the particular verb is called poke. Why are you poking your nose into my affair? So poking somebody's nose. Remember, here SBS. SBS means somebody's. Poking somebody's nose into somebody's affair means he or the she interferes in his or the affair. Remember. Next, number 18. Number 18. Remember, dash action. Dash action or dash thing or dash plan. When one just like implements some action, when one implements something, when one implements a plan, we have to use also very interesting verb for these types of the noun, and the particular verb is called operate. operate the action, operate the thing, and operate a plan. So when one operates the plans, that means he simply tries to implement the plan or execute the plan in a very systematic manner. That is why operate this particular verb should go with either action or thing or plan. Remember, number 19. Number 19. Remember, like from examination, from class, from college, from school, etc. That means to dash from examination or a class or a college or what? School, and the word is expel. If someone is expelled from any sorts of examination centers or from certain types of academic institution, we use the verb expel. So expel means, that means to mean expel, what type of verb should be used here? To dash. Remember, the verb is rusticate. If somebody is rusticate, that means he or she is expelled. He or she is expelled from examination, from various classes, from college, from school, from university, from any sorts of institution. That means in the sense of rusticate. The number last, 20 number. Also very interesting verb should be there for number 20. Now in number 20, somebody's property. Somebody's property or land. Somebody's property or land. And the verb is, I have already take by force. Actually the verb is take by force. But for the expression take by force, you have to use a very single word, or you have to use a very interesting word, or the suitable word, or the apt word here. Somebody's property, or if somebody takes somebody's property or somebody's land, we use the verb take by force or take forcibly. So for the expression take forcibly, the appropriate verb is called grab. G-R-A-B, grab. When one grabs somebody's property, that means he takes the property by force or forcibly. And another very interesting verb is also there, that is called confiscate. Confiscate. If I say the landlord has confiscated lot of land, that means he has grabbed lot of land or taken lot of land by force or forcibly. So these are the very interesting verbs that simply go with some interesting nouns or amusing noun. That means verb that generally go with general nouns or the certain nouns. So with this, I simply come to an end, or I conclude particularly this type of the words, and I think that these types of the words means particularly my discussions of the words along with the nouns will definitely go well with your minds and with your hearts when you simply give much more attention towards my discussions regarding today's lesson. And today's lesson means the verbs commonly go with certain types of the nouns. And to go more idea, or to give more or the elaborate or the comprehensive ideas about these types of the words that commonly go with some general nouns or the common nouns, in the next class, I will gear myself up for some new and the innovative and rather sophisticated words that generally go with certain types of the nouns. Nouns will be already there, only you have to know the certain types of the verbs that commonly go with the types of nouns. With this, I simply come to an end with my discussion today, and in my next class, you simply look forward to my next class. In the next class, I will be exploring something new and something interesting or amusing for you. Till then, have a good bye.